we're gonna talk about brows. Okay.
She has to go to bed.
Yeah.
Please get her nap again. One touch.
Now, obviously, right now, the major component missing to my face is my eyebrows. I look crazy. The best brush in the world for eyebrows is the MAC 266 angled brush. Love, love, love this brush. The bristles are really, really fine. Like each individual bristle is really, really fine and small, but there's a lot of them compact together. So that allows for a very like pin thin line. So you get the most control out of this brush. I have tried all kinds of other angled brushes on the market. Nothing holds up to the MAC 266. Right now I'm just gonna take my little brow brush. I'm gonna brush them over. What I do when I'm doing my face, typically, I don't wait last for eyebrows. I actually do my eyebrows second. I do my foundation first and then I do my brows. And then I finish everything else. So take this opportunity to get your teeny little scissors, cutest little scissors ever, and just kind of snag any of those long extra hairs. Get them out of the way. Boom. The key to a good brow is what I like to call the 4 C's. First, you create the shape, then you chisel it in, carve it out, customize. So that's what we're going to go over today. So I'm going to start the first step to my brow. I'm going to take charcoal brown pigment from MAC. A little bit goes a long way because it's just a brow after all. So I'm going to go in with my 266 small angled brush. I'm going to get my charcoal brown and I am going to create my shape. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to follow my natural arch. On the bottom line, I'm just going to outline it. And all you have to do is follow your natural line. Alright, so we have the bottom line, now we're going to do the top. So you're going to take this top right here. These hairs right here in the in the corners, they grow straight up. About you know, 1/4 of the way over, they start to change direction of hair growth. Where these start growing in different directions is where you want to start. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to make this line parallel to this line. So what that means is, guys, you want to follow this same slope and arch right here up until the highest point. You want to follow that so those lines are parallel in width. If you take this and you go straight across, you're gonna get these weird like Angry Birds eyebrows. I don't know. So it's not gonna be cute. I promise. So take this and we're going straight up. Now, even if this creates a pretty dramatic arch for you, don't be afraid of it because you can always take it down if it's a little bit too much. But this is super duper key. I have a really nice arch down here, but my hair growth is scarce up on the top. So I have to do a lot of creation to get the full brow that I want up on the top. And I'm not scared of it, so don't be scared of it. Eyebrows are sisters, not twins. So they don't match 100%, that's okay. Mine don't match. Half of my face is lopsided. That's just the way Jesus made me. So I have the base of my arches created. Now we're gonna focus on this. Take a little bit more product. I'm gonna take my brush flat and just kind of feather it up. Feather it up in the direction of that hair growth. Just kind of feather it up, move it over. Feather it up. No. Make sure there's enough pigment there to make it look like realistic, you know? We've created our shape. Step number 1, complete. Now we're gonna move on to step number 2. This is chiseling them out. So what you're gonna do with chiseling, really, really simple. We're basically just gonna outline the bottom line and push it up a little bit with a little bit of a darker pigment. So my pigment of choice is Handwritten by MAC. taking some of my handwritten on my brush, and I'm going to chisel them out. Do the other side. Cool. Chiseled both sides. Now we want to make sure that that line isn't too harsh. So if you're feeling like it is like way too harsh, take your brush, take some of that pigment, and then we're just going to pull it up. So we've created our shape. We've chiseled them. Now we're going to move on to step 3. We're going to carve them out. This is my favorite part. We're going to use our MAC 287 brush. This is actually a concealer brush, but you get a lot of control with it because again, the bristles are really, really fine, and there's a lot of them stuck together and they're tapered. So it comes to this beautiful point. It's very soft, very subtle, but you can get really crisp lines with this. So it's really amazing. You have a lot of control with this brush. I'm going to use my concealer. My concealer choice today is Bye Bye Under Eye by It Cosmetics. Love this stuff. We're going to use our 287 MAC brush, a little bit of our concealer. A little bit goes a long way, guys. So make sure, like, I put some on my hand and then I just take the tip of the brush and I just kind of rock it back and forth. See, there's still a lot left on my hand. I don't want to use too much because then you're going to ruin, like, you know, you're going to waste product and you don't want to do that. So now I'm going to go underneath and I am going to carve it out. Any of that extra product that you see, pull it down with your brush. So typically, guys, when I do this, my eyes are not done yet. So I use a little bit more than I just did, and then when I pull it down, I pull it all the way down to my lash line, and then it acts as a primer for my eyeshadow pigment to stick to, and it's like heaven. It's so amazing. And then at the end, take your brush and just feather up. Really lightly feather up. Cool. So we created, we chiseled, we carved, and now we're going to customize. Alright, so you want to dip the end of your brush into your primer, and then you are going to pull it really tight. Pull it really tight. Dip into your lightest color, so the color that you used to create your shape. In my case, I am using the charcoal brown. So I have my primer on there, I'm getting all the pigment on there, and now I'm going to pull it again, make sure it's like pin thin, and then you're going to create, just right here, you're going to create like almost like little stamps of individual hairs. Like kind of like microblading, and it's really gonna give you like a super, super authentic looking brow. And it's just a couple on each side. Boom. 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 I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Get a little more pigment on there. Boom. Now I use this time to just kind of make sure everything is good, and if I'm not happy with the little hairs that I did, which usually, sometimes they're like a little bit too thick, I'll just go back in with a teeny little bit of concealer and just kind of just tap it out. Take your brush again and just lightly comb everything over, and you are good to go, my boo. You follow the 4 steps, the 4 C's, you'll get a killer brow every time. Create, chisel, carve, customize.
Iron Man. Start with the F.